Okay, what up, y'all? We in the studio, lamping, getting ready to do some production work. Um, so yeah, that's what it is today. I just got a studio, so I'm. Oh, my brother got my 11,000. Gotta go get my fan. Damn, did I bring it with me? Nothing like that, did we? Okay. You know, we'll let some that cooler air come up in here. Nevertheless, um, but yeah, man, times are different, y'all. Times are fucking different, and people are they're gonna start seeing that. They already seeing it. But yeah, things are changing. It's not gonna be them. So things gonna be different, y'all. I told y'all that before, and it's gonna be the same thing. Let me tap into this real quick, and then we're gonna get started. I got people coming too, so man, I am so fucked up about this. I promise I am. Okay, so all right, so yeah, man, people fucked up, real fucked up about everything that's going on. And before you were able to live paycheck to paycheck. And what I mean by that is when you say paycheck, what I mean by that, what people mean by that is you paying your bills. Fuck. That means you paying your bills and then whatever you had left, I don't see any evidence of any wrongs. I did have some. Okay, so hopefully y'all can hear me. But when I say live paycheck to paycheck, what I'm saying is that you are not that you necessarily broke at the end of the week, but you put stuff up. You put savings up or something like that. But you basically get paid, and after you pay all your bills, by the end of that week, by the end of that second week, you need more money. That's what living paycheck to paycheck is. Shit is getting uh, tough around the house, so you need more money, right? So that's essentially. I can't believe I sent the wrong one in. If I did, that's crazy. That's essentially what living paycheck to paycheck means. But now with the new administration, they made everything more expensive, and that's what I was trying to tell somebody. What's happening with a lot of people now is that they're not able to even make it to that second week. Before that second week hits, they're running out of money. That they're running out of money, and so that's what's hurting people right now. And this is how the administration fucked us. I'm gonna lay it out how they fucked us. Like right now, they telling y'all that shit is gonna get better in a couple of years, which we don't know if that's the case. Trump don't even know if that's the case, but they're telling you that shit gonna get better and that we're gonna be some booming country. There's no evidence of that at all. None. In fact, the evidence points to the opposite. That everything he's doing is going to sink the economy even further. They say we headed for a recession. Some people say we're already in a recession. A recession means 2 quarters of basically we not bringing in, our economy isn't growing. It's either stagnant or I think it's the numbers are failing. That's like a recession. Okay. And then the depression is worse than that. We'll explain more of that because they say it might even be worse than the recession. It might be a depression that we're going to hit. And that, if it's a depression, you're going to see people in soup can lines because money at that point, already the dollar is weakening. So if I think it's like 5 countries, Africa, China, it's like 5 countries. If they get together on currency, it's going to drop the dollar dramatically. If you don't believe me, you can go listen to any conservative radio if that's who you believe in or listen to. Oh shit! And they're gonna tell you go buy gold because it's going to be a point to where the dollar is not going to mean a whole lot. Now gold is universal. You can go anywhere with gold in the world. Okay, gold is that's why I tell people to buy gold, not diamonds, gold, because diamonds can get to a point where diamonds ain't really worth a whole lot. But gold around the world is a precious mineral. So they're telling everybody to buy gold because they know the dollar's it's going to drop dramatically. What they'll tell you in your face, they'll tell you everything is good, but they know that some shit really finna happen. So with that being said, okay, so let's see here. I gotta answer some questions. Okay, so what was I talking about? Dang, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh, so people are not going to be people. I'm telling y'all, I hear about so many stories about people getting kicked out of their house right now, like horrifying stories. People getting eviction notices. People can't find places to stay. In my opinion, I think Let me make sure my mic is on. In my opinion, I honestly think that they're gonna try to move a lot of black people out of Peoria. That's just my thought. I've always thought that they're gonna try to get us to go back down south, and it's fucked up. Hold on. No, it's coming from above. See here. So thank you. What is? This is my fave. What's she talking about? Alright. This is the Oyster Rock of okay, so yeah, man. Make sure I'm dropping lemon on it because people been telling me to put lemon juice on it. Over here are the char grill oysters. I'm putting lemon on it also. I'm gonna drop some hot sauce on it. Really about to find out which one is better. Okay, so if y'all can't hear me, let me know. I'm just I'm really getting a lot of people trying to reach out to me right now. Which one is better? Okay. If y'all can't hear me, let me know. I'm just okay. All right, cool. Now we back. I had a bunch of people just tap in. They may have been there after those eggs. Don't know who would have left them there. Say LOL. Okay, so all right, so back to what I was saying. Sorry, broken up a little bit as far as what I'm saying, but y'all, it's not even about being. I'm gonna mention about all these DJs be all these DJs all of a sudden be going live online now. Okay, well let me know if y'all talking about ballad. That's what y'all saying. I was like, but yeah, shit. We gotta stop being so proud, man. Proud to do this, proud to do that, proud to ask. Nah, don't be proud if you can't. Man, look, ain't nobody better than nobody. Straight up. I looked at food prices. I'm like, damn, like I don't know what to do. These last 2 weeks, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because what they did is they raised the price of everything and gave you smaller amounts. That's how grocery stores do everything. They're gonna charge you more, but you're gonna get a less amount. But they're not gonna show you that because it'll be sticker shock. That's what they call sticker shock. And you're gonna be pissed. All the white ladies gonna be at the counter complaining. That's why they don't do that. They'll do other things. Like they'll give you less and may raise the price like 50 cents. Well, so they're gonna do it in a way where you don't really notice. It's hard to do with chips because chips are in a bag. It's airy. You can see that, but like noodles, they'll give you. You'll realize, like, say you make macaroni and that feeds your whole family. Next time you make that box of macaroni, somebody ain't gonna get as much. Reduce the amount that you get, but you're paying the same price. So really, you are paying more for it. You're paying more. That's how grocery stores are doing it. Can't nobody else do it that way. They can't give you less of a car. and charge you more. They can't do it. So grocery stores, they have been implementing the tariffs from like day one, bro. Walmart already started implementing the tariffs. It's here. We paying for them. That if you don't notice, you're not getting what you used to get for your money anymore. I can't go out like I used to be able to. My money's got to be focused on shit that I need right now, and it's even harder to put that money where it's supposed to go there. Like they fucked us, bro. As I keep telling people, and then on top of that, he did a $50 million parade, $50 million parade, and I think they said that could have helped snap all of that shit. He blew it. He blew that shit in one day on that parade, and there's people out there like dude on Facebook, I no names, there's a dude out there that will stand by that shit. Say, fuck it, I don't want y'all, I don't want y'all, and excuse me if it sounds harsh, I don't want y'all black babies to have shit. But my president can blow $50 million on a party that nobody come to. That's how they feel about it. And it ain't gonna change, bro. That's why I don't spend time arguing with anybody who take on those racist views or whatever. Because really, at the end of it, it's really all based on racism. I'm not going to sit there and bite my tongue and be like, "Oh, it's this and that." It's what because we don't know where did your anger come from? Where does it come from? You won the election, but y'all are still so fucking angry. I don't know if y'all thought the election was going to erase black people, or the election was going to erase Mexican people, or the election was going to gay people that was going to die off or something like that. I don't know if that's what y'all thought, and it just be a whole country of white people. Ain't nobody going nowhere. The Mexicans, y'all gonna push a lot of them out. But what y'all fail to realize, and what I didn't realize, is there are a lot of legal Mexicans here. And once this shit die down, all they gonna do is probably have babies and multiply still. Y'all, they afraid that black people, you can't get you can't remove us out of the country. So it's like I know what it is. It's they fearing for, I think it's like 2040. It's 25, 2040, like 25 more years. Black people and Mexican people were on set. It was black people, or I'm sorry, it was Mexican people because Mexican people were overtaking black people as far as population. It probably would have been more Mexican people than anybody else in America. And even if you stop that, it's going to be more black people by 2024 than any other. We're not going to be the minority. Most of these white couples maybe have one or two babies, where a black mom by herself having 5 or 6 babies. Black women are populating America by themselves. Black women are populating America, repopulating America by themselves. Straight up. And you don't believe that? I don't know what to tell you. They did it before. They were the mother. They were the mother of um they were the mother back in like the slavery days and stuff like that. They were feeding black or white kids with their titty. They would feed white kids with their titty when they was babies and stuff, and they would nourish them. That's what the black woman's role was to raise up white kids or all the kids really. So they done that before, and there's something about them. It's like they were out knowing they got to know they know they got to do it again. You know what I'm saying? You know they got to do it again. But going back to the thing, like in this, a lot of these policies are meant to hurt black women. That's why, and I think a lot of it has to do with that. is that they know it's obvious. They know they got the numbers in front of them. They know what I'm telling you now. The best believe the government knows this. Come on, y'all see black women having 5 or 6 kids, and y'all be like, "Dang, she got too many kids." They repopulating now. They repopulate. They reseeding America. They're reseeding. They're reseeding America by themselves. So they trying to take away y'all education. They trying to make it harder y'all to get Pell Grants. It's like they don't want to see another Kamala Harris. They don't want another black woman to get to where Kamala Harris got. So a lot of this stuff is meant to cut y'all off at the head. And black men, they don't want another Barack Obama, another black man to move through the ranks like Obama did and become president. They trying to cut all that off so that can no longer ever, ever, ever happen again. In our history of presidents, we only had one black president, one. And some people they don't want that to ever, 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 ever happen again. So when Kamala Harris, which she probably should have been president, and I'm not saying because she's black, but because she got a steady head on her shoulders, and I think she would be more sympathetic to the situations and stuff going on and be able to make rational decisions. And plus, like I said, the Mother Earth, we need to let a black woman see what they can do, like for real. But people were so pissed off they would not. They were so enraged over Obama being allowed to be president for 8 years. 4 years is bad enough in their eyes, but for 8 years, they was like, man, that's bullshit. Like, we don't want America to ever look like that again. And that's sad, bro. That's sad. I don't know why he keep texting me and shit. Like he trying to, yeah, shit. Well, you gotta speak up, man. Some people they gonna really, you gotta speak up, straight up, because some people they come up with their own scenario. Come up with their own scenario. You gotta speak up. And that. What was I saying? But yeah, it's not a joke, man. It's not a joke anymore. People are seeing what I've been talking about for like the whole election. That shit is coming to fruition, and it's built on racism. Project 25 is they discovered Project 25. Y'all remember that Project 25? People are like, oh no, it's not nothing. Or then you have black people saying, well, it's just so this and this and this and this. Project 25 is so wild. It hurts black people so much that he wouldn't dare put a black person in his cabinet. Because if they was to ever find out what Project 2025 was and still go along with president, there would be no way. I don't care how much they MAGA, whatever. If a black person was hip to what Project 2025 was and what it was doing, they wouldn't fuck with Trump like that. Project 2025 is a manifesto. It's a plan to make sure white supremacy stays in the place for another 100 years. Because they understand, like I said, in 2024, no matter what, it's like unless you do a Hitler type thing, we're just wiping out all of us black people. Unless you do one of those type things, by 2024, we will be the majority of America. Which means from 2024 on, we can have a black president every single year. Because we will be able to outvote white people. Understand that. In 20 years, we will be able to outvote any race in America, black people. So they see that coming. So in order for them to because they know they ain't gonna beat us in population. They like there's no way we finna fuck and have that many babies. There's no way. We're not gonna beat them there. We're not gonna beat them ideologically, or not. I shouldn't say ideologically. No, we're not gonna beat them by creating babies. We're not gonna beat them smart wise. We're not gonna beat them sports wise. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna ensure that we beat them how we've been beating them by white supremacy. We're gonna lay down laws now that are gonna be in place. It's gonna last for the next 100 years. Then we'll figure it out. We gotta figure. At least we get the 100 years in. They're not talking about no 10 years, 20 years. All this stuff he's passing, the 2020 Project 2025, which is 43% done, is going to allow white supremacy to last for another 100 years, regardless if we dominate them in numbers. That would be crazy if we allow that to happen. Because that'd be like, say if you got a room, you got 10 white people and 100 black people, and those 10 white people feel like they can rule over all 100 of us. That's what they want. And they try to lay down laws right now. They're trying to disrupt systems right now, so there will be nothing we can do. And it's just gonna happen. You take away food stamps, you take away all that shit that we use to help build us up to that level. If you snatch all of those things away, then they're gonna have a harder time getting to where we at. That's what this is all about, man. Elon Musk, if y'all don't know what African and South African and apartheid was, that's what it was. It was white supremacy. They don't want to say that. It was white supremacy. It was white people saying that we don't want to be around black people. We took this land, but we don't even want black people to even touch it. And if you don't believe people like that, I just heard the other day that shook the hell out of me. Who was that? The Bahamas, Jamaica, or Bahamas, where they have luxury. Some of the black people are not allowed on that stuff. Let me say that again. The Bahamas, where they got all that luxury stuff that we go and pay millions of dollars to be around them people. The black people are not allowed to be on the property that white folks came over there and bought and built up. They can't even come on the property. So it's apartheid going on there. Boy, y'all don't get it, man. Y'all do not get it. We're gonna talk about because it gets deeper, y'all. We're gonna talk about what I honestly think and what people are starting to say now, and you can see it, what it's missing. If you think about all the stuff that they had back in the days with racism, segregation somewhat is here because you got a version of it, because you can go to some of these rich towns, or it is all white towns. You got all white towns, you got all white type cities where just white people live. If you want to be away from people, you get your money up, you go live in one of those, and you won't be around a single black person for years. So segregation is still here. So they got the segregation, they got the racism, they got all of that. But what are they missing from back in the 50s, in the 60s, and the 30s, and back, beyond? What are they missing? Violence. Racism, white supremacy has a thirst for violence. If you don't believe me, that's why you see all of this stuff with these Mexicans, is because they want to take the violence out on somebody. They want to see that. White supremacy wants to see that. I didn't understand it at first, but Trump's last president, I'm gonna look it up. How many black people he executed as soon as he got in office and start executing black people? Because you can't go up in the streets and shoot them no more, hang them. So he was sitting there executing black people as he's sitting there talking to me and you and saying, yeah, what black people, he was sitting there. And I mean, we couldn't really pin on him because black people sitting there waiting to be executed, but there was a hold on it. Trump went in office and first thing he did was start executing black people. Because that's why they love wrestling. They love wrestling. They love football. Some people are prejudiced as fuck, but they love football. But why? Because there's a mild version of violence in it. To me and you, it might be a sport. Yeah, he did good. Woo, woo. But to some people, it's. And I'm not saying everybody. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. This don't apply to everybody. But to some people, there's a small. There to some people, they want that violence. And look at what you seen this weekend with that dude going. He was going to go all these Democrats' houses to kill every last one of them. They want that violence, bro. You see a Trump rally, yeah, beat the crap out of him, beat the hell out of him. Yeah, yeah. You would never see that at a Kamala Harris rally, a Barack Obama rally, because we black folks we don't need to see that violence. I mean, some people want to fight in the streets and all that. I get that. I get that. Some girls want to beat up each other. I get that. But that's not violence, though. That's a fight. Eventually, when you, like I said, we see that dude shooting up. What did they say when because you don't hear it now? What did they say when the last thing they said when dude was coming out of office? What's the number one threat to America? The government knows. They watch these people. They study these people. They've been studying people for years. The KKK was about violence. That's the missing element right now. And I'm telling y'all, that's gonna ramp up. That's gonna ramp up. That's why you constantly see people wanting to start race wars and Donald Trump bringing people in the street. I think Donald Trump thought that we like he was gonna get out in the streets and fuck up some shit. That's what I think a lot of this is he wants to get on the street, he wants to fuck up some shit. Once we start fucking up shit, then they'll call martial law. And then it's game over. They waiting on us to do that shit. They're not gonna do it to white people because right now it's white people out protesting. He ain't gonna touch white people because other white people are not gonna be with that shit. But if it was us that went and hit them streets, that's what they told us when they lost the election. Don't y'all go hit them streets. Y'all, we know how y'all too violent. Don't go hit them streets. We go hit them streets, fuck a couple of cities up. He would have had them. He already put troops on the ground. Quick. That was for us, bro. That was for us. They want to do that shit for us. That plan was for us. But it didn't work because we didn't hit the streets. So he's like, fuck it, let me try it on these people. And that shit didn't work. They peaceful. Black people, without even talking to each other, we sense that shit. Like, hold up, bro. That shit don't feel right. That man was putting into play. I'm telling y'all now. Trump was putting into place that we was gonna hit because he did. That's why he doing all of this shit to us, snatching this, snatching that, snatching that, snatching that, snatching this. He doing all that shit in hopes that we get pissed the fuck off and hit them streets and start tearing shit up like another Rodney King. That's all he needs. That's all Trump needs right now is us to do a Rodney King type situation. I mean, violent. He wish he was in office when that shit happened, because he'll call martial law, and then he called martial law. He ain't never got to leave. He's king. That would have crowned him king. And if you trying to be king, and you can't be king this way, you can't be king that way, and that's the only way you're gonna be king, then what you gonna do? That man trying to crown himself king. I'm telling you. And that shit would have been, look, that shit would have been going on. They would have been fighting in the streets. He would have sent them guards, and then he would have brought people on his parade. All them troops went in his parade, and that's when that shit would have went down. He would have been like martial law. Well, that shit starts now. And my troops are already here. Man, we dodged a bullet, bro, by not going out there protesting like that. And it's sad because we should be able to do our First Amendment rights too, but we ain't gonna do that shit right. We'll fuck some shit up and be looting and robbing and stealing and shit. When we start hitting them stores and tearing up those stores and breaking into stuff, you would have other white people, because that's what they train them. If you listen to conservative radio, that's who they got them pissed off at. The people who break in the store, your sons, our sons and our cousins who hard headed and breaking the stores, they be talking about shooting them. I'm just talking, y'all. But I have to break into these conversations. I hate that I'm coming at y'all with so many conversations. We're gonna break into separate ones and just like dissect it. But shit ain't the same, y'all. In America, America ain't the same. I don't know, man. But what I learned today, though, is if you need food, go get food from the food banks. I'm not gonna be shady no more. Stay in line. I kind of did that too because, um, well, I want. It's two reasons. I want to show people that it's okay if you need do a food bank, go to a food bank. And nobody got time to go to a grocery store all the time. It's free food. They're gonna pass that up and go to the corner store and get in my $5. That's so dumb. Like that's the reason why. Like they're not gonna run out of food. I don't know why, but the way the program work is that the more people go, the more food they get, the more the government gonna give them money. If don't nobody go, then why am I keep giving money to this program that ain't working? Y'all think backwards, man. I hate to. It's people that hate for us to lean on the government when they don't understand that more people lean on the government than anything. You're supposed to lean on your government. That's dumb for the stop. Let's stop letting them make you believe that you're not supposed to lean on your government. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I need to get somebody on the live, but I'm trustly waiting for some people to come through. They said they're on their way, so I'm just gonna wait for that to happen. See what time is. Okay. Let me see if I can talk this shit out. Let me see. I'm gonna try it. DJ C C. Hang on. DJCKIDD at yahoo.com. It did work. That shit worked. Okay. I'm gonna start talking about everything now. AI, fuck that. Okay, I can answer this shit just like this. No, I need to do the thing. Talk. Let me see. Whatever time is fine. We could do like a 5, 6 prime time. 5 or 6 or 6 o'clock. There you go. Yeah, figure this shit out. Okay. All right. Okay. So anybody else? Just let me know what works for you, and what you want to do. It's cool with me. We could go out to the movie or something like that. I think that'd be cool. Or we can watch a movie in my studio. It don't matter. Get some food. I can make some food. Whatever. Just let me know what you down for. I hope I said that right. I work second shift and I don't get off to 11:30, but I don't get home till about 12. It's 30 minutes. Oh shoot! I'm at the type. I'm always used to type it, text it, but I need to make sure I just speak that shit. I don't know why I don't do that shit. Okay, let me see here. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this dude here. Yo, you upstairs? Uh, all right, y'all. Let me get this artist. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.